already CR250 update, 1989 CR250. We are going back in time because I spent too much time with the stock work and I feel like I need some change, and this is where it all started for me, so I might as well just, where we are right now, and we're gonna go back in time with this one, with the full rebuild, and then see how this can compare to the stock one. We're gonna start with the upgrade, and one of the upgrades coming from the stock one. Let's get right into it. Alright, like I mentioned, let me give you the first and the biggest upgrade, which is coming from the stock one. We are going to put the stock VAG front and rear suspension on this bike. So this is a lovely, lovely suspension. In my opinion, the best OEM suspension ever installed on a dirt bike. We're gonna put this baby on the CR250. Also, we're gonna put the front suspension from the stock VAG on the CR250. In order to make the suspension work on the CR250, we are going to use a Luxon. I probably butchered the name, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna use that lovely triple clamp made by Luxon. I had those triple clamps on my YZ250 and I love them. So we're gonna put that on the CR250. It won't be that easy. I have to machine the steering stem, which is we already started. We already put it up on the computer, and we already made the layout on the changes in order to fit it in here, because apparently the size of the bearings over here is much smaller than the modern dirt bikes has. So we just have to deal with it, make it work, and that will take care of the front. That way I can put the 720 SBC on it. That way I can have a modern steering angle on the bike, modern triple clamp. We're gonna put the KYB suspension on it, made by stock VAG, not the suspension but the valving made by them, and that's why that suspension is so good. And we're gonna have KTM front end, which is I'm really gonna have the Nissan brake. I don't really like the Brembo. I like the Nissan better, but I don't know. I want to keep it Japanese, so I'm probably gonna figure out how to put a Nissan brake on the front, because the stock VAG using a KTM front end, and somehow I have to convert that into another bike layout. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to figure that out, to have a Yamaha front end entirely over here. This rear one, it has its own challenges, of course. I don't know if you know that, but this suspension made this bike the worst ever, because the suspension was just so bad, especially on the front. That's why we are making these changes. The bike was a really good performing bike at the time, but the suspension, the one which is ruining the entire bike reputation. That's why we're focusing so much on the suspension, but we are changing other parts as well. But for now, the rear one, the stock has that part over here kind of offsetted a bit, and if I put the stock VAG on it over here right now, it will cover the air filter housing. So that part gotta go. I have to figure out how to cut some out over here, or maybe I just cut the whole thing out from here and put like a mesh grill over here. I'm not gonna use it as a daily anyway, so it's gonna be a very fine, very nice build. We figured it out, but definitely the stock VAG suspension going to be here, that's for sure. The next upgrade, we are going to go with smart carb. I hate these carbs. You're probably gonna have your own opinion about it, but it doesn't matter what the brand it is. For me, it just no go. Constantly you have to change the reeds on it. I mean you know what I'm talking about, the jetting on it, and I just don't want to deal with that. With the smart carb, I can just ride it anytime, and it gives me the best performance all the time. As you see, I already removed the cylinder. Apparently camera girl. Apparently the piston hit the top of the crankshaft. I don't know how it done that, but you can see over here, this area, there is an aluminum buildup over here, and that's when the piston touched the crankshaft, and I can show you how the piston looked like. And also the size of the cylinder, it's very much overdue. We are talking about 66.4, that's the OEM cylinder size, and there's the cylinder right now at 66.7, and the piston is very loose in there. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna send it over, not Millenia. I'm gonna surprise you. I found another company which seems to me is kind of awesome, and the lead time is much better than Millenia has. So they're gonna bore the cylinder up for me from 66.4 to 68, and that way we're gonna gain a little bit of horsepower, which is we need, because we can. Why not? I don't know how they're gonna do that. They're just gonna bore it and they're gonna put Nika seal on it. I probably have them put Nika seal on it. Right now, I don't think there is a Nika seal on it. This is just a cast iron cylinder with no Nika seal build up on it. Far as I see, maybe it's missing from it, but there is literally, I don't see any Nika seal on it. Maybe because back in the days they designed it like that. And I also asked ChatGPT, and he said the same thing. There is no Nika seal set up on these old cylinders, so we're gonna find it out. On the other end, we are going to fix the oil drain plug. It's actually broke off. We are going to kind of weld it. We're gonna build some aluminum up there in order to have the original shape back in. I'm gonna show you in the next episode. That's what we're gonna do in the next episode, how I plan to do that, and you will understand. If you don't right now, just, you know, no big deal. I never done it, and I don't think a lot of people done it either. But we try to do something else because I cannot just replace the case. This bike is very old. You cannot just find parts like you'll be able to do on other bike, especially when it comes to the casing. But a big surprise, on the piston, you technically can have from 66.34, 67 and 68 millimeter piston from Wiseco, and this is a big surprise for me. This is only can happen in America. I really like that part. The other thing, we need to replace the radiator. This part is broke over here, so there is no support. As far as the color and you know the way it looks, I haven't decided yet, but I definitely want to make these changes what I was talking about. I'm really committed on that to get that done. We're also going to replace this rear brake, the rear wheel, everything is going to go. And we're going to put a modern rear end, probably from Honda, why not, on it. And that's pretty much take care of the majority of the build. Of course, we're going to do a little tweak here and there, but you know, mainly that's what we are going to do. And yeah, I can't think of anything else right now, so let's just end it like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one.